Hi, Amanda. Please, can you put the flyer on the screen?
All right, I'll do that now.
Hello, good evening, everyone, and welcome to today's Hangout. So, we'll be waiting a few more minutes for others to join us before we welcome everyone on the call. Thank you as you chill out. All right, good evening, everyone, and welcome to Boss Behind the Boss, a pre-hangout. So if you are happy and you are glad to be here, please let me see your emojis. Let's send in the emojis. Let's send in our emojis. Welcome. It's great to have you here, Naledi. Sorry. Hi, Memdara Umana. Welcome. It's great to have you here. Hi, Julie. Welcome. It's great to have you here. Hi, Amanda. Welcome. It's great to have you here. Adere Sola. Welcome. Welcome. It's great to have you here. Guys, I'm not seeing our emojis. Oh, why? Why? I'm not doing only this talking. This is an interactive session, hangout. Yeah, you guys know how we normally do it. So, yeah, good evening, Melody. So, probably you guys can just put the country you are joining from. Put your country. I am Peace, joining from Nigeria. So, you guys can put your country. Let me welcome you. Okay, use the chat room. Use the chat room. Welcome, Aderisola, joining from Nigeria. Good to have you here. Good to have you here. Hi, Amanda, joining from Nigeria. Welcome, Amanda. Good to have you here. Okay. Okay, Naledi, you're joining from South Africa. Hi, welcome. Good to have you here. Good to have you here. Hi, Julie. Welcome. You're joining from Barbados. Good to have you here. Good to have you here. Umana, you've not responded. Let's know where you're joining us from.
Sure, I didn't hear you.
Okay, so where are you joining us from?
Oh, from Nigeria.
All right, welcome. Good to have you here. Okay, so without wasting much of our time, let's just go ahead. So, how was the week? This is an interactive session, like I said. This is how we normally do it. If this is your first time joining us on this Hangout, welcome. Hi, Faye Shara, welcome. Good to have you here. Please use the chat room and tell us where you are joining us from, which country.
My LinkedIn is on.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. So you can use the chat room to tell us where you are joining us from. So without wasting much of our time, how was the weekend? So in one word, can you describe your weekend? So I'll be calling on names, then we'll mute our mic and speak. So I Chinwe, welcome. Please, you guys can use the chat room to reply where you're doing. Hi, Feishara, welcome, joining us from Lagos. Okay, so I'll be starting with Aderisola. So Aderisola, you can unmute your mic. How was your weekend? How was the weekend? How is it going? Hello, Aderisola. Are you with us? How's the weekend
Weekend
going?
for me.
Okay, Chinwe, thank you for that. Aderisola, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, are you the one speaking with Chinwe? Can see Chinwe responding. All right, thank you so much for that. Hi, Amanda. How is the weekend going? Any Owambe for us? Like, you guys, let's just now, before we become too serious, let's just, how's the weekend going? Hello, Amanda. Let's hear from your hand. Welcome, Eunice. Good to have you here. Welcome, Francis. Good to have you here. So you guys can use the chat room and tell us where you are joining us from. Welcome, everyone. So without wasting much of our time, we'll be diving into our topic for today, which says, you guys, we have to use this chat room very well because our giveaway session is coming, and yeah, I'll be picking winners from whoever typing the response first. So who can remind us the theme for this April Hangout? Like first type in the comment section. Hi Francis, welcome. Thank you for joining from Nigeria. So who can remind us the theme for this Hangout? Use the chat room, please. You guys are not responding. Is it that we don't know the Hangout theme again? Using AI as an EA. Okay, thank you so much for that, Feyi Shara. So I'll be asking us more questions on how we use AI as an EA. So, okay, I'll be going with you, Feyi Shara. So you can then unmute your mic. Which of the AIs do you normally use and what do you use them for? Just give us two of your best AI tools you use daily and what exactly do you use them for?
Hi, everybody. I make use of the Claude AI and ChatGPT on a daily basis. For my Claude AI, I use it to summarize meetings, while for the ChatGPT, I literally use it to create documents, to also use to answer some questions, or if I have any inquiries about the tasks I'm handling. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you so much for sharing that. Okay, most of us use ChatGPT and Claude. So, okay, let me be hearing from another person. Hi, Chinwe, good evening and welcome. Please, can we hear from you? Which other tool, like which AI tool do you use frequently and what do you use them for?
So, hi everyone. So I use Gemini for meeting summaries. It actually helps me a lot. Then I also use Phantom sometimes. Then aside from that, everybody uses ChatGPT, but some companies do not, allow for ChatGPT. But on my own, I use ChatGPT, and recently I started playing around with it. Aside from that, other project management AI.
Okay, thank you so much for sharing that with us. So I'll be calling on one more person. Hi, Francis. Good evening and welcome. So can you share with us more the your favorite AI tools. Okay, Francis is already in the comment section. So you use AI for drafting messages. Okay. Sorry, let me get that. Hmm. Editing, creating workflows, research, editing documents, and a whole lot of stuff. Yeah, yeah. So which of the AI tools do you use most frequently? That's what we're asking of. So which of the AI do you use very, very well? Like you don't even you go every day using the AI tool. So if you can unmute your mic, let's interact. Do you get? Oh yeah. Francis, unmute your mic and speak with us. So
Okay. I use Claude a lot. Claude is like my body, and ChatGPT is like my side chick. I'll put it like that. But I use AI a lot. I use Claude a lot rather.
okay, okay. Oh, Saichi, that's great. So most of us use Claude and ChatGPT. No other AI tools. You guys don't want to teach us anything. I don't understand. Why are we using Claude and ChatGPT, Claude and ChatGPT? No new AI tools. Okay, so do we have anyone that use a different tool apart from these ones we've mentioned? So we can just steal from you at least. If you use any other tool, please, I'll mute your mic and yeah, you can share that with us. Who else use another tool apart from Claude and ChatGPT? Okay, I guess none. So all of us are both side chicks to ChatGPT and Claude. Okay, Francis, yeah.
Yeah. So there was a time I used Perplexity. I don't know if anyone has used it before. So I had access to like a free pro subscription for a month. It was really nice. You could like read web pages for you. You just have to like open it, and it does a whole lot of stuff. But I only had to use it for like 1 month, and then I just abandoned it because it was not free anymore.
Okay, so I guess most of us run away because those other tools are not free. Okay, hi Amanda, you're
Okay,
speaking.
I wanted to say that I've used Perplexity as well. I didn't when I was using it was free, but I just noticed that sometimes the responses it would give would be wrong. So that was what made me stop using it. And I also use Gemini sometimes because of the unlimited use. They don't with cloud and ChatGPT after a while they stop you from using it or you like hit your limits for the day if you're using the free one. So for Gemini, they don't have that for the fast part. So yeah, I use those as well.
All right, thank you so much for sharing that with us. Shara, you can unmute your mic and speak now.
All right. I also make use of Grok, the Twitter MDX AI, and it's very, very good. If not for the fact that they've turned it into something paid now, and the free version is not much more okay. Grok is also very nice.
Oh, okay, that's Grok, like the Twitter AI, right?
Yes.
Okay, okay, all right. Thank you so much for sharing that. Though I've not used it before, but thank you so much for sharing that. Okay, so I'll be going on to ask one more question, and I want every one of us to contribute to that. So, what really scares you about AI? Like about using AI? Mostly everybody say AI will replace you, AI will do this, AI. Okay, so what really scares you about using AI? Is it about your data being publicized and anything? Okay, so I'll be going with Face Sarah's first. So let's hear from you. What really scares you about using AI?
What actually scares me about using AI is just one thing, the data I release to it, with the confidentiality about your workplace and everything. I just get scared that, oh my God, I hope I just find all this thing online one day about my client or this thing. But aside that, it's actually good, and I don't think AI can replace someone that can use it to its fullest. Instead, we are going to ace more using AI. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much for sharing that. Even me too, I'm scared though, because most of us put that information, we just paste it to AI. Okay, AI, give me this, give me that, give me this. So one day we all not just wake up and see that okay, AI has been hacked. Then you see that information, about you say, ah, like I know a lot of us will be I know a lot of us, our secrets will be open. So thank you so much for sharing that. Okay, I, Amanda, please can you share with us what scares you most about using AI?
Okay, for me, I don't, nothing really. I wouldn't say I'm scared. I don't exactly put out all the information that I need on AI, like information about my clients. I just ask it for like better ways to do it, prompting and all of that. But I won't really say I put out any sensitive information on AI. So nothing really scares me about AI.
Oh wow, that's amazing. That's great. Okay, good to hear from you. Aichiwe, please can you share with us what really scares you about AI? Do you also feel like your data will be exposed? I mean, AI will come and replace us, or you are using AI too much. So what really scares you about AI?
Pretty much what the first person said. Information like I explained, my company refuses to use AI like ChatGPT. You can't use the company data to use ChatGPT. So, but on your own personal level, you can use ChatGPT. So I try to tweak, the questions or whatever I need. I don't really give out the full data or like the full figures or whatever I need to do. I just try to tweak it. So that's pretty much my step too. Making sure that the innovations is not going like
All right, thank you so much for sharing that. Wow, that's great. Sure, though I've heard about other people saying their company doesn't allow use of AI, but I feel like, well, that's the company's policy though. So thank you so much for sharing that. So I'll be calling on one more person to share with us. Hi, Francis. I'm calling you too much. Yeah, I know. So please share with us what scares you most about AI.
I would say like everyone, um, the amount of data we feed AI every day. You might just wake up tomorrow and then there's a glitch somewhere, and all your information, all your dark secrets, the personal questions you ask AI, and then they are all out there. But it's almost like we cannot do anything about it. One other thing that scares me is AI giving you wrong information. Imagine you're asking AI for something that you yourself have no knowledge about, and you're like, okay, AI is going to help you out, and then it's going to give you the right information, and then it gives you something wrong. Uh, a quick one, just today, I remember them Flood released the new um artifacts like Claude Design, whereby you can create different kinds of design. And I thought Claude, okay, use Claude Design to what do you think I can do with it as an executive assistant? And Claude tells me there's nothing like Claude Design. I was like, no way. What do you mean there's nothing like Claude Design? I had to go to Twitter and check Claude's page and read the post again. I'm like, are you do you mean I don't know what I'm saying? I had to tell you that look at here's a post from Claude saying talking about Claude Design. I was like, oh yes, you can do this, you can do that. So AI can be so wrong many times. And imagine you have to do something and then Claude's telling you, okay, this is not possible. And you're telling your boss this is not possible. Whereas it's 100% possible. That's also one crazy thing that scares me about AI.
All right, thank you so much for sharing that. Most times, all these AIs used to behave like what I don't know, but then we escape. Okay, so some persons joined us while on the call. Welcome, Amaka Sharon. Welcome, good to have you here. Welcome, Oluwaseun Amubioya. Welcome. So, guys, you guys can share, use the chat room to tell us where you are joining us from. You can use the chat room to tell us where you are joining us from. Thank you so much for joining. So I'll be going on to my next question. while on this set, I'll be calling another set of people to respond. So, which part of your job do you think AI can do? Like, yeah, we do say, well, which part of your job do you think AI can do? So I'll be calling on Oluwaseun Amobioya. Hi, good evening, ma'am. So can you unmute your mic and share with us which part of your job do you think AI can do? And yeah, because we have some AI can do and some AI can't do. So in some aspects, we feel like, okay, AI cannot replace me. Why? Because AI cannot do this, AI cannot do that. So which parts do you think that AI can do, and which part do you feel like AI cannot do? Because yes, you're on top of your game on this. So hi, ma'am. Please, can you share with us on that?
Okay, good evening, everyone. It's nice to be here, though I just joined. Which part do I think AI cannot replace things I do? For me, I would say I I think the part of me that I think AI cannot replace is I'm very good with evaluating issues. Let me say, based on father I receive, I have good judgment. I have the ability to make good judgments concerning a particular thing. I can actually predict that this particular thing, this is going to be outcome of a particular situation if a particular action or decision is being taken. And most of the time, this is 100% usually accurate. So I think I have this intuitive, I have this natural ability to make best judgment based on certain evidences presented to me. Yes, because I evaluate, I evaluate matters critically, and this evaluation is not just based on things that people say, it's based on things that even people don't say. I give meaning to silence, I give meaning to facial expressions, I give meaning to response. I give meaning to a lot of things, down to how you look, down to a lot of things. And then when I put all these things together and I analyze the matter, most times I make judgments about it that are usually accurate. So I believe that AI will not have the ability to be able to evaluate people using all these metrics I mentioned and some others that I'm not able to mention right now, such as body language and all of that. And so AI would not be able to use these metrics to judge people and to know when someone is lying or when someone is telling the truth like I would. Okay. And so maybe because this is coming, this is unexpected, this is just a part of me, I think AI cannot replace at the moment. Maybe if I ponder over it further and think deeply about it, maybe I'll come up with something some other time. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you so much for sharing that. Yeah, at least it was an impromptu question, but then you still delivered. And I feel that's work of an here. Thank you so much. You guys are not even celebrating that. This is unfair. This is unfair. At least clap for your fellow years. It's not easy. Okay, so yeah, thank you for joining Amaka Sharon. Thank you for joining from Port Harcourt. Oluwaseun Amobioya, thank you for joining from Akure. All right, thank you. We welcome every one of you. And if you're also joining us, please, you can use the chat room to tell us where you are joining from. All right, okay, so I'll be going on with Feishara. You were raising your hand. Do you have anything to say concerning the question that was being asked?
Yes. When it
All
comes
right, so
to tax, I feel like AI can replace me. The first one is email management, because there are some automation that you can do that can deliver emails to the respective inbox of maybe your leads, maybe a follow-up of a client, etc. The second one I know that AI can replace me on as well is creating documents and summarizing meeting notes. And the places I feel like AI can replace me at is one, It's team collaboration. This is one of the aspects I ace most and my boss actually applaud me for. Also, the part that I feel like AI can replace me to is my quick judgmental points that I give, and also in order to be able to statistic follow up on leads and everything in order to turn it into conversion. I feel like an NG can't do that. It's not like the NG wants to go and meet the lead or something. So that's just it. Thank you.
All right, that's beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing. You guys are not celebrating now. This is unfair. It's only Amanda. Don't worry, Amanda, I have a gift for you. You guys are not celebrating. I'll not give you. Thank you so much for sharing that. Okay, so I'll be calling on one more person. One more person. Hi, precious Izuka. Welcome and thank you so much for joining. Okay, so can you share with us? Let's hear from you. Hi, precious.
Hi, peace.
Yeah, welcome, welcome. So let's hear from you too. What do you think AI can replace and what do you think it can replace from your end?
Well, AI can do a lot too. Like, for example, I no longer handle my boss's emails because most times Gemini does like 80% of the work for her. So AI has managed to replace me. But AI has not replaced me in being a strategic partner because every day I'm waking up to several messages. Oh, precious, what if we do this? What if we do that? Can we do XYZ? So that is the part AI cannot replace me. Then in terms of and also will I call it team management? AI can't also replace me there because I manage some of the team members and L. AI projects, I think it all depends on how, like, basically, I'm very open to using AI, and I'm also open about them using AI because honestly, they can use it as long as it's making my work easier. But the support you get from having an AI cannot do that. No matter how you prompt ChatGPT and Claude, there's still something that's very necessary, bouncing off ideas of someone, which is exactly what I do for my clients. So that one is not negotiable. AI is not replacing me in that angle. Then what else? I think basically another thing with AI, some of them they don't even want the hassle of having to learn these things. So I'm available to help them learn it and also implement it. For example, I introduced one of my boss to a particular tool and I was like, oh, we can make it easier for you to use. But she's like, no, 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 precious. As long as you're not disappearing anytime soon, that one can be your own. So most times they don't even want to learn so much. But as long as you're willing to learn and help them with it, AI is not going to replace you. I think that's my 2 cents.
Exactly. Thank you so much for sharing that. Yes, yes, yes. If you still have other things, you guys are not clapping. No. AI will not definitely replace us in every part. Yeah, it's okay to use AI. Yeah, very, very okay to use it because I use AI too most of the time. But then there are still some things AI cannot do. Yeah. So thank you so much for sharing that with us. I welcome Ishioma. Good to have you here. Please, you guys, for just joining, you can write in the chat box where you are joining us from. Let's welcome you. Thank you so much for sharing that once again. Okay, so let me call on one more person. One more person who's on my list. Hi, Demisola. Welcome. Please, can you share with us?
Sorry, good evening. I actually just joined, so I don't even know what I'm talking about.
Okay, thank you. So don't worry, I'll explain to you. So what we were talking about is like what part of your job do you think AI can do and what parts can it never replace you? Like you do some things, feel like okay, AI, it's okay for AI to do that those things. And which parts do you feel like AI can never do? So that's what we are sharing also. I feel you can share with us from your perspective. Do you get me now?
Yes. Yeah. um, I'm just trying to think which parts AI can do because I think I work a for a church. I work with a pastor, so I'm trying to think because sometimes a lot of things have to do with, oh, what do you think? Okay, so how can we do this? AI, how AI, maybe in terms of when it comes to some part of the reporting, yes, maybe a bit, but most times this is what you feed in mostly that it tends to just work with. So maybe a proper maybe a reporting system, but in terms of preaching, analyze giving feedback on some things that you have to actually observe and study trends mostly and preaching. AI cannot do that one. It's God, it's Pastor Holy Spirit and the Bible, study of the word and all of that. So seriously, I'm still just trying to think. I think mostly sometimes it's just in terms of helping, okay, maybe some emails where you want to draft some things and send some messages. Yes. But for the other part, it has to do mostly a lot with dealing with volunteers, having conversations, talking. So I'm not sure AI can go and sit down and do all of those things with some of the prayer meetings. So it'd be a bit difficult anyway, but AI can, funny enough, can help you with drafting a message, but it cannot preach it. So let me not rule that out because I think there's a Redeemed Church we went to where they gave us a book on how you can use AI to, deliver your messages and all of that. So maybe, sorry, I'm just in my head just thinking out loud, but I'm not sure it can fully take like that. Nah.
All right, thank you so much for sharing that. Yeah, AI can really, well, I will not say AI because nowadays now we now have people, though AI will not really know much, but then we now have people use AI videos to generate videos that's in the church. But then I think AI is now doing a lot now. So thank you so much for sharing that. And without wasting much of without wasting much of our time. Okay, welcome. If you are just joining, please use the chat room to tell us wherever you are joining us from. Let's appreciate you. Okay, so I'll be going on quick question. So people come by telling me ChatGPT, Cloud, ChatGPT, Cloud. So I just want 5 AI tools that you use. Don't worry, I feel like project management tools are also AIs. So yeah. Okay, welcome Bemisola from Lagos. Thank you so much for joining me. So we're going on 5 AI tools. At least let me tap from this. 5 AI tools that you guys use so that if you share, I can steal and put it in my own toolkit. So tell us 5 AI tools and that you use and what you use them for. Thank you. So I'll be going first with Precious. Hi, Precious Izuka. Welcome, please. 5 AI tools and what you use them for. Let's be fast because every each other. All right, Precious, you can unmute your mic and speak.
Okay, 5 AI tools I use. Number one, Claude is my bestie. Like Claude is my right hand person. ChatGPT, of course, close second. Then I use Monday.com. I use Notion. Those are AI tools, Abby. Oh well. Okay, and I use what other one? Trello. I use note takers. Yes, note takers, lifesavers. Then I also use Notion, Trello. What again? I've mentioned up to five now. I've mentioned up to five. Yeah, let me stop there.
All right, thank you so much for sharing that. Okay, so the next person that is what another person. At least let's get a new 10. Hello, Ashe, welcome. So please, can you share with us? Hello, Ashon, are you here? Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right, okay, please share with us.
Okay, I thought you mentioned my name. AI tools I use. Okay, nothing special. I use ChatGPT, I use Trello, I use Otter AI for minute recording. Then which other one do I use? I use what's it called? Adobe PDF converter. I don't know if that's an AI tool and PDF editor. And then I think that's all. What else? Yes, that's all.
Okay, but you mentioned four, and I'm sure you use more than that.
I think that's all I can remember for now.
All right, thank you so much for sharing that. Okay,
Yeah.
I only say Ishama. Good evening and welcome. Okay, please, can you hear from your end? Just share with us five AI tools you use and what you use them for.
Hello, good evening, everyone. First off, my new best friend is Claude. Like, it's just Claude. I would advise anyone that is just go for the pro. Like, Claude is superb. Then I use the AIs of basically all project management tools because they help me just save stress. That's why I said I use Claude. I use Claude to draft, point my ideas and all, then I'm taking it straight, let's say Notion AI, and voila, it's generating whatever I need in few minutes. So Notion AI, Asana AI. If I'm to use ClickUp AI, then meeting recording tools as probably Phantom and Otter. I think that's five.
All right, thank you so much for sharing that. You guys are not clapping. You're not clapping. Like you don't need any of this AI tools. So maybe we all know everything and we use everything. Oh, you can actually learn one or two from here. I know I'm learning. I don't know about you, but I'm learning. Okay, so I Naledi. Good evening. Okay, so can you share with us five AI tools?
Hi everyone. I just wanted to mention, I don't know, is it because I'm using my device, but I don't see the reaction sign. I think maybe some people also that's why they're not reacting. I don't know, but I assume. Where I work, mostly I use what is this? I use ChatGPT. People say ChatGPT is old school, but that is my favorite thing for most of the stuff, right? And I also use what else do I use? Calendly. Obviously, it's not an AI, but it makes scheduling easy, right? You don't have to go back and forth. And what else do I use? I use Trello for my own stuff because yeah, where I work in person, so they are very old school still where I work. But I used to have clients when I was starting out as a VA, right? Yeah, so I use Trello for myself, and yeah, I can't really think of other tools that I use. So I'm quite learning a lot in the session, and I used to use Otter AI for transcription when I was using it, when I was offering a service to transcribe. Yeah, I think that's the four things that I use most of the time. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. Thank you so much. Okay. So without wasting much of our time, I will be calling on our speaker to share with us at least like little knowledge about how to use AI as an executive assistant. Yeah, most of us use AI daily, like daily. Some use it at least in one or two. You will make use of your AI. So we are here. So we just don't just use AI blindly, but then in a way you can make AI like do things as if it's your executive you that's doing that. So I'll be calling on I'm sorry, I'll be calling on Umana to come on stage and share with us. Thank you so much. Please guys, let's celebrate our speaker for today. Can I see the emojis? Can I see the clap? Okay. Naledi spoke about the our reactions, but guys, you guys can use the comment section. At least let's clap. Let's clap. Let's welcome our speaker on stage. Okay, you can have the stage, ma'am.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for the opportunity. What I'd like to share today is just on AI prompting and how you can use that as an executive assistant. I wrote as an administrative professional. Please, can you confirm that everyone can hear me?
Yes, we can hear you clearly.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, so just basic AI prompting and how you can use that to kind of refine what AI gives you. So let me try to share my screen. Um, All right. Um, mm, okay, please confirm that I can see my screen.
Yes, we can see your screen.
All right, thank you so much. Okay, so basically the topic is AI prompting for administrative professionals. So that covers EAs, PAs, virtual assistant, whatever your job role is. And basically what is supposed to be the result of this is that, excuse me, but most times when we prompt AI, it can give you very, very generic results. And mostly that's because of how you prompt it. You can say, oh, AI hallucinates and all that, definitely. But what generally happens is that it's garbage in, garbage out, right? So what you're giving it affects what it gives you. So you can see that thinking the sorry. I don't an issue. Okay, yeah. So you can see here it says most people prompt wrongly. So just to throw a question, have you ever asked either ChatGPT, and a lot of us use ChatGPT and Claude. I don't for some reason. But have you ever asked ChatGPT to either draft an email or do something for you and give you a very generic answer? Hello?
Yes, we
Yeah.
have.
Yes, it generally happens. It happens a lot. Even like, and sometimes it's so frustrating because you have been using it for a while, so you think that all this information I've been putting here, you should do better. But most times it doesn't. And that's generally because of how the AI is prompted. So, there is a six-part framework that helps you prompt AI well, basically. So And some people call it prompt anatomy, right? So if you're trying to get a very specific result or even just consistent results from AI, generally this is the framework that you use. So the first part of that is number one, the situation. So when you're prompting AI, it has to know the situation. And the situation, that's just what is happening at the moment. The thing that is making you come to AI for a solution, basically, that is the situation. So you can see the example here. Sorry, this is blocking me. I see you just returned from a cybersecurity conference, right? So that is the situation. You might think, oh, what does AI need the information for? Most times what is happening affects the information that is going out, the tone, everything. So situation is actually very important. It needs to know what's happening in the background, because you can just say, oh, help me draft. Like you can see the task here is draft a 3 bullets internal memo to staff. And you can say that, but what generally comes out are very generic answers. All the minor other details there help to really refine the answers that you get. So you're not getting generic answers, right? And then the second part is context. And context is all the other background data. So if something like if you're using like, oh, the apps that we use, how we communicate. This is how my executive talks when he's talking to staff. This is how he speaks when he's speaking to this. You can even give what do you call it? Like an example, like in previous communication, if possible, if it's not confidential. I say, oh, this is how he generally speaks when he's talking to staff, or this is how he's spoken in this past when he's talking to staff. These are the tools we use. Context is basically just all the other background data, right? So the example here is we use Slack and Google Workspace. Last month, we had a minor phishing scare in accounting. And generally, that information affects how you're going to communicate the next thing, right? So probably from the phishing scare, people are careful not to open like certain messages that look suspicious. So you can frame how you title the memo and how the AI titles the memo and things like that. The third thing is the role. Now, who is the AI acting as? And for me, the thing about AI prompting is it has to be really specific. I work with this AI prompt engineer, and I think we're given this assignment once when I was still learning, and the prompts are generally just very long because it has to be extremely specific. Extremely specific. She's talking about how she uses like 15 minutes to prompt, and I'm like, but then when you get to understand what AI needs to give you good answers, you would understand why it can take that long. It doesn't always have to take that long, but you can understand why it will take that long. Because AI doesn't really have this, how she said it doesn't really have like a brain per se, which is crazy to say. So you really have to give it information that it can use to give you what you want. Like I said, it's garbage in, garbage out. Sorry, is everyone still here with me? It's not be like that.
Yes, we are.
Am I speaking too fast, please?
No, you're not.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. All right, so you give it a role. You can say, oh, like the example here is you're a senior executive assistant known for concise, action-oriented memos. It can give you any role basically in the context of what you're trying to achieve. Sometimes you can say, oh, you've been at the job for this amount of years. This is what you're known for. This is how you would like it to be. That's just, you have to give it a role, right? Then the fourth thing is the tax. Now, that's what is the AI going to do for you. That's basically what it asks it. What is the AI going to do for you? And in this case, it is draft a 3-bullet internal memo staff, right? Generally, that's what all of tax is easy. Unless you want AI to draft an email, you want it to create a template for you for maybe meeting briefs or things like that. So the tax is it doesn't always have to come in this order. And sometimes if depending on what you're trying to achieve, you might not need every part of this framework, but it's good to have at the back of your mind because it helps you get really good answers from AI. And number 5 is constraints. So things like the limits of what the AI should do. It can dictate the tone, how many words it's using. Do not mention this. Do not make my CEO sound angry. Things like that, right? You can also say things like do not use certain words. Because some people don't like their AI to sound like AI, want to sound human. And it's in these constraints that you can say, oh, okay, this is what, don't use certain words. Don't use these words. There are some words that don't sound very AI specific. I say don't use M dashes because people now associate M dashes with AI, right? Don't use this word. And generally what people say is humanize the language. And humanize the language is very generic. So sometimes even when you use that, it still sounds robotic kind of, right? So you can say, hey, and what you could do to know the words that AI would generally use in that context is you can prompt it without all these things and see what answers it gives you, right? And then the words that are in there that sound very AI-ish, then you can say, okay, do not use these words in this second prompt with all these other parts of the framework. That's an option, right? And the 6th thing are critics. What things should you watch out for? And generally, this is you telling the AI to judge itself that this work that you are doing, okay, does it meet all the criteria I asked for? Does it contradict itself? Things like that. Like here, see, watch for jargon, flag any suggestion that requires budget approval, right? So things like that, you can get the AI to look at itself and say, does any information here contradict the message we're trying to pass across? And things, oh, sorry, what things should you watch out for and things like that. So basically, those are like the 6-part, that's the 6-part framework for prompting AI. Like I said, the first one is situation, and situation is what is happening, what the situation that brought you here, right? To get the AI self. 2 is the context. So all the background data, all the other things that you need to add so that it really gets a good picture of what is happening and how to frame the answers that it's giving you. Number 3 is the role. So who is the AI acting as? Is it acting as your CEO? Is it acting as maybe some other staff member? Is it acting as an executive assistant? Is it acting as a research analyst? Depending on what you're trying to achieve, that really dictates the role, right? So if I'm doing research, you could say, oh, as a research specialist or something like that, who has been doing this for 5+ years and specializes in this field and this field, right? That is a role. So just because you're an executive assistant doesn't mean you always say as an executive assistant. It can come off as, oh, depending on what you're trying to achieve, you can change the role, right? Number 4 is the task. And the task is what the AI is actually supposed to do for you. Number 5, constraints. So these are the limits. You can say you can limit the length. I'm sorry. You can limit the length, the format, the tone, deadline, exclusions, things like that. what do you want to see and what don't you want to see. So number 6 is critics. So AI should be able to confirm that, oh, this data does not contradict itself, because AI can contradict itself, right? So you have to get it to critique itself and say, okay, are there any flaws in this data, and okay, pay attention to this and this and things like that. So I wanted to show us sorry, before we go on, does everybody understand? Does anybody have any questions? Hello? Oh my
No
God.
question from here, but I think you can go on.
Okay, I just needed to confirm that I'm not
No
moving too
question.
fast. Okay. All right. So, sorry, someone speaking?
Okay, I think someone has a question. Then
Okay, please
can
speak up.
you unmute your mic and ask your question?
I don't have a question. I just said yes, I do understand what you
Okay, sorry,
are
please who's speaking?
sharing. Hello?
Hello, sorry, who's speaking, please?
Naledi.
Oh, right. Sorry. All right, I'm hearing you.
No, I'm saying I don't have a question. However, what you are sharing is very helpful.
It's very?
Helpful.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. So this is a case study just to show. So before the class I did I took these 2 prompts, and so this is a bad prompt and there's also a good prompt further, like I think in the next 2 slides. And so I took these 2 prompts and I put them AI and it gave me outputs, just so you can see the differences in generic prompting versus very specific framework guided prompting. So this is an example of, I think a bad prompt is not the best way to frame it, just a very generic prompt. And basically it says write an email to reschedule a meeting between a CFO and his leadership team, right? And so it gave me this scheduling meeting in the high teams, we schedule a leadership meeting, this. Please hold the time. Sorry, it says this subject rescheduling leadership team meeting. Hi team, is reschedule our leadership team meeting currently set for this date at this time. Please hold the time on this new date and new time. Instead, I'll send a revised calendar invitation shortly. If you have a critical conflict with this new time, please let me know by the time and date. Otherwise, I look forward to seeing you then. This is fair. Still generic, but fair. So I'm going to show another example of a prompt that uses the entire framework, just so we can see the difference in the specificity of how it's of the answers that you get. Also, you can do this like on your own time. Just try with like different prompts and see the changes in the answers, right? So this is less generic prompts that uses the 6 part. So this situation is our Monday 10 a.m. leadership sync was cancelled due to a flight delay. Context, the CFO is in a different time zone. The deck is not ready until Tuesday 2 p.m. Role, you're a diplomatic, what did I say? Sorry, a diplomatic EA who protects the team's focus time and the task. Propose 3 alternative 30-minute slots on Tuesday or Wednesday. Draft an email to leadership team. Constraints, no attachments. Keep subject line neutral. Use a collaborative tone. Before sending check, does this imply blame on the CFO? Is the Zoom link included? So this prompt uses all the 6 parts of the framework. And I just need to say here that I think I've said it before, but not every prompt requires you to use all the parts of the framework. Some prompts do, some prompts don't, but not every prompt will require you to use all the parts of the framework. So you need to pay attention to based on what you're trying to get. Okay, like if you're just trying to find something, or you're doing very, very basic research, you might not need all the parts of the framework. Okay, but this is the result. This is the result of the 6-part prompt. So this is what it gives you. I cut out the other part of it towards the end, but it shows. I think the last part of it was that it confirmed that it doesn't imply any blame on the CFO and all that. So AI can critique itself, and if you ask it to, it will. And most times it's good to do that, because if you're using really generic prompt, I feel like when a lot of us started using AI, we probably came across this when it's to give you information that is just not making sense per se. It's just contradicting itself, right? So this is the result of using the framework, and this is what it looks like. Is much more specific, is a bit more elaborate, but it gives all the information that you need, right? So you're not constantly sending prompts to refine and all that. So this is generally what it looks like. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you so much for listening.
Sorry, please let me see what it looks like again. Sorry.
The output from the other prompt.
Yes, from the one
Okay.
that is more detailed. Okay. Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
All right,
No,
thank
no
you. You
problem.
guys are not clapping. You guys are not clapping. Like you're not celebrating our speaker. So if you learned a lot, please clap. It's not easy. Like it's not easy coming here to come and have to share what you know with others. It's not easy. So let's encourage our speaker by celebrating her. Also, if you have any other questions, if you have any question, please, you can unmute your mic and ask. Let's get to question and answer session now. If you have any question on any AI tool, even though she might not be able to respond, another person might be able to respond to your question. You can unmute your mic and ask now. Any questions? Questions. You guys must ask questions. It's a must. Like it's a must. Please, let's ask our questions, please.
I have a question for her.
All right, you can go ahead.
She said she doesn't use ChatGPT or Claude. Can she share which one does she use?
Oh, okay. Sorry, I use DeepSeek actually, and it's not even anything. I just started using DeepSeek, and I didn't want to change later. I do use Claude now, but because I'm using DeepSeek for a while. So,
All right. Thank you.
all right.
I didn't get the spelling of the AI tool you use correctly, please. Or the pronunciation instead. Rather.
You see?
I didn't get the pronunciation of
Let me type in the chat.
the
Let
AI
me
tool
type.
you use well correctly.
Let me type
Thank you.
in.
Okay, she used DeepSeek. 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 That's the AI tool she uses.
Okay.
All right. Okay, thank you. If you have, okay, what's your experience using DeepSeek compared to GPT and Claude? Okay, someone asked the question.
For me, why I started even using DeepSeek, because it was more accessible to me at the time. I had a phone that had an issue. So I couldn't get like the Claude or ChatGPT app on my phone. But DeepSeek is really good with coding, right? Um, I know it's not like Claude Code where it, like gives you this thing, but it's really good with like finding errors and like helping you doing it like all the like those little things. And it doesn't have a rate limit like Claude, right? So I don't even know if there's a paid balance, to be very honest. I'm using it for so long. But yeah, it just, for me, there's not so much else that I'm doing that needs a lot of that. That needs like really like robust features. So that's why I still use DeepSeek.
All right, thank you so much for sharing that. Do we have any other question? If you have any other question, please ask before we proceed. Do you have another question? Okay, thank you so much, Umana, for sharing this with us. We really, 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 really appreciate it. And I'm sure everyone in the group, like everyone on this call now, really have learned one or two from this session. So thank you so much for honoring our invite. Okay, so we'll be going on our game session. If you are happy, if you are glad, can I see those emojis? Can I see those? Like, we are going on to our game session now. Let me see that emojis. Let me know you guys are prepared. If you are prepared, let me see the emojis. You can use the chat room. Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, so for this game session now, we have some questions and answer. Just like I'm this thing. What am I? So first to answer. So you guys just make sure you're on that chat room. So you are responding immediately. So be having first to respond. And if you respond, okay, I think I'll have to pick the best that respond, like that got the answer 3 times. Like if you get this 3 times, that's you ask three. Okay, that's the winner I'm picking. So if you just score one, you're not a winner. Okay, you must win. No, I love that motivation. I love that. Okay, so right into it. Mm, 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 mm. Can I go ahead? Let me see your emoji. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? If you can hear me, let me see the emoji. Okay, you guys can hear me. All right. The first is I help you join virtual meetings, share your screen, and talk to people from anywhere. What two am I?
Google Meet.
Okay. Who will mute? Did I say you guys should unmute your mic?
Chimel.
You should type in the comment section. Let me go and read from there. Okay, Zoom, Google Meet. Okay, yeah, the response is Zoom or Google Meet. So if you pick Zoom, you're right, but then we still have Google Meet. If you pick only Google Meet, you're right, but we still have Zoom. So we have both. So the person that got it, I don't know, maybe you tap two different answers together, then combine it. So the answer is Zoom and Google Meet. Thank you so much. Who got that? Who got that? Let me check from my response and see who is winning my giveaway. Okay, Feyi Shara got that. Thank you so much. Okay, one. You've gotten one now. Remain two more if you can win this. All right, so I'll be going on to the next. Okay. I help teams chat quickly instead of sending emails. What two am I?
Google Chat.
Chue, use your chat box. Chue, don't speak. Use your chat box. Mattermost, Google Chats. I'm not in about Mattermost though. I'm not in about that. You guys, no, none of you is even saying Microsoft Teams. What's happening? People don't know about Microsoft Teams. Okay, so I'll be going with the first person that mentioned Slack. So who is that? Who is that? Slack. Amanda, why? Why? Amanda, why? Why are you why are you in this comment section? All right, thank you so much. So we have Amanda. She's called one again. The next question is, I am a tool, right? People used to schedule meetings without back and forth messages. What am I? Oh, it's seems that lengthy. Okay, Adewale Aderesola got that. Okay, thank you so much. Everybody is still scoring 1-1. Oh. Nobody has scored two. So we have a lot to go. You guys should keep it up. You guys should double up, currently. Okay, so I'll be going on to the next is, I help you manage tasks, assign work, and track progress in a project. What tool am I? We have a lot of tools. Mention them together. If you, hey, now see now they started doing 1-1. Okay. Wow, Jira. What's Jira? I've not heard about that. Asana, ClickUp. I'm very smart because I'm writing all these tools that I'm not familiar with. I'm writing them down. So I'll go explore after this meeting. ClickUp, Personal Lotion, Monday.com. Jira is a PM tool. Wow, wow. Okay, I think I'll explore that later. So we have Trello, Asana. Should I pick? Okay, let me pick Naledi for this. Trello, Asana. At least she mentioned two. Thank you so much. Mm. All of you that are scoring 1-1. Hope you know you guys have not won. If we have two, if you have someone that scored 2, yes, okay, that means I will be picking my winner. But if it's still 1-1, not winner because I cannot do give away for all of you like this. We have to pick one out of all. So the next question is, okay, I help you write emails, generate ideas, and improve your communication using AI. What am I? Claude. We have a lot. Okay, so first to write tutorials, we have Olise. Ishoma. So thank you so much for that. Okay, next is, no one has scored two. I don't know, maybe it's your network. Next is, I check your grammar, improve your writing, and help you sound more professional. What two am I? Grammarly here. Okay, let me see who first wrote that. Amanda. Oh, wow. So we have Amanda now. Amanda has scored two. I hope she's not going on with this. I hope so. I hope so. I hope so. I hope so. Okay. Some persons are not participating. What's going on? Amanda is saying power. What's going on? You guys should participate. Let's make it more fun. Okay. So the next two I'll be asking is, I help you store files online and access them anywhere without using a flash drive. What two am I? Ooh, first lady.
I said
Okay.
this thing is not using seconds, so this thing is not as if it's using seconds. We will know. Oh.
Please say finally. Okay, finally. But that's just one. That's just one. No, you people should work on your network. I don't know what's going on. For people that know we need to say our phone. But then I don't want people to just use mic. I want you guys to use the chat room so it will be more funny. Okay, so I'll be going on to the next. I help you create documents, type letters, and format reports professionally. What tool am I? We have two tools. Document micro as well now. What's document Microsoft Word? Only say docs and what? Document Word doc. Okay. Google Doc, Microsoft. Hey, that's it. You have to be like don't just come and give me docs and words. Be specific. Okay, so I'll be checking for um docs words. No. Google Docs, Microsoft Words. Okay, I think Isioma got that first. Thomas, so you're 9 too. Congratulations to you. Congratulations. Congratulations. Okay, so let's go one more. A bit two more. Let me see if we'll have winner between Amanda and Isioma. Okay, so next thing is I help you create presentation for meetings and reports. What tool am I? It's not very simple. We have two tools too, don't forget. Okay, three itself is even a lot. PowerPoint and Google Slide. PowerPoint Canva. PowerPoint Google Slide. PowerPoint Google Slide. Okay, so who's the first person?
On inverter and off all the other lights.
Hello, Treasure. Treasure. Wait, no, please mute your mic. Thank you for on the inverter. Okay, so who got this first? PowerPoint Google Slide. Oh, boss lady. Azana. PowerPoint Google Slide. Shara. Okay, I think it's Shara. That's two. You guys don't want me to go here. Azal. Oh, we need to have winner fast though. Okay, so let's go one more. I help you organize notes, ideas, and even manage workflows in one place. What tool am I? Gemini Notion. Congratulations. But wait, does Gemini help us organize notes and ideas and manage workflows?
No, it does not. Please, why are you skipping my answers?
Ah, okay. Hmm. What's note taker? Who is that person? Who are you in that body? Okay, so we have who says Notion. Someone mentioned Notion first. Boss lady. Yeah, boss lady mentioned Notion first. Okay, so we have two. No, you guys should just allow me. So this is the last one. So after this, one of you should just let's make three. So the first person that have three, then we'll close the game for today. Thank you guys. Okay. Mm, you say noted with thanks after using me. What two am I? You sure me say plenty of us used to say noted with thanks. Noted with thanks. Gmail only say Isioma. What do you have to? Oh, Isioma was the first person to reach three. Gmail and Outlook. Don't worry, keep that. I've gotten my response. So, guys, let's celebrate Isioma. She's the first person to have three, but then I think I still have to give little thing to those guys that have two. Abi, what do you guys think? So I say a big congratulations to Isioma. Thank you for being smart, and your network did not disappoint. Your network did not disappoint. So we have Shara. She had 2 points. Amanda has 2 points. And Boss Lady has 2 points, while Isioma has 3 points. So, guys, let's celebrate each other. Let's celebrate your emojis, your stickers. Let's use the chat room. Yeah, we're about to end this session. Okay, you have another meeting going on. No, Alan. Until they call you in that meeting now. All right, thank you so much, guys, for joining. It's really like it was interesting. It was fun. It was so great, so good to have you guys join this hangout. And I think this hangout was more fun than last one. Yeah, we had more turn up. So thank you everyone once again for joining us in today's hangout. I appreciate you. Okay, don't worry, let me call you guys one after the other and celebrate you. So thank you so much, Feisha. You guys can use the emojis, use the chat room, celebrate everyone, celebrate your speakers. Thank you so much, Feisha, for joining us. Thank you so much, Amanda, for joining us. Thank you so much, Sharon. Sharon, I did not hear from you. I don't know. I'm the chat room. You didn't join us during the game session. Okay, thanks so much, Boss Lady, for joining us. Thank you so much, Bukola Anna, for joining us. Thank you so much, Chinwe, for joining us. Thank you, Naledi, for joining us. Thank you, Olisa, our winner for today's Sangal. Thank you for joining. Thank you, Oluwashun Amubioya, for joining us. Thank you, Precious Izuka, for joining us. Hi, Treyo. Thank you for joining us. Hello, V. Thank you for joining us. And I say thank you once again to everyone. Do have a great, amazing, wonderful, beautiful weekend ahead. You guys should go to church tomorrow. Thank you so much once again. And yeah, have a nice. You can omit your mic, and let's just say bye, everyone.
Bye. Bye
Bye,
bye.
Bye,
Bye.
everyone.
Bye. Thank you so much
Bye.
for the great session.
Thank you for the session.
Bye.
Bye.